So you've probably wondered about this. If you had to build a system like ChatGPT from the ground up, how would you even start? Well, that's exactly what we're going to map out today. Let's dive right in. I know. It sounds like this massive, impossible task, right? Something only a huge company with unlimited resources could pull off. But you're going to see that the core ideas, the actual building blocks, are surprisingly understandable. We're going to break it all down piece by piece. At the end of the day, when you strip away all the complexity, the goal is incredibly simple. A person asks a question, and the AI comes up with a useful answer. That's it. Our job is just to build the plumbing that makes that conversation happen. Okay, so to get started, we need a high-level map of our system. Think of this like the 30,000-foot view, just showing the main parts and how they talk to each other. Here it is, the most basic flow you can imagine. You, the user, interact with a front end. That's just the chat window on your screen. Your message then gets sent to a backend server, which is kind of like the system's engine room. That backend then talks to a large language model, or LLM. That's the AI brain. The LLM dreams up a response, and that response travels all the way back to you. Seems simple, right? But, oh, the magic is all in the details. So let's meet the cast of characters. We've got the front end, that's the user interface. Then there's the backend API, which is the real nerve center, handling all the heavy lifting. Of course, we have our star player, the LLM, the AI that actually generates the text. And then we have two really important helpers working behind the scenes, a prompt builder, which gets our questions ready for the AI, and a context manager, which acts as the system's short-term memory. All right, now that we know who's who, let's actually follow a single message as it zips through our system. This is where you'll see how all these different parts work together in this, well, this beautifully coordinated dance. And here is that journey, step by step. So first, you type your message and hit send. The backend immediately catches it. Now, this is the crucial part. It doesn't just pass your question along. No, first it goes and pulls up your recent conversation history. Then, the prompt builder takes that history and bundles it together with your new question. It's only then that this whole package gets sent to the LLM. The LLM works its magic, sends a reply back, and the whole conversation, your question and the AI's answer, gets saved for the next time. You know that step where we fetched the conversation history? That is, and I'm not exaggerating, probably the most important piece of this entire puzzle. Let's really dig into why memory, or what we call context, is the secret sauce that makes an AI feel truly conversational. Okay, so here's a mind-blowing fact. Large language models are completely stateless. That's a fancy way of saying they have absolutely no memory. Zero. Every single time you send a message, it's like it's meeting you for the very first time. So to get around this, we have to manually stuff the recent chat history into every single request we send it. Look at this comparison just says it all. On the left, with no memory, you ask what it is famous for, and the AI is completely lost. It has no idea what it is. But on the right, because we sent the previous exchange along with the new question, the AI gets it. It understands the context and gives a perfect answer. That is what makes a conversation actually flow. But wait, what if we want the AI to know about things outside our chat? You know, like internal company files or breaking news. Well, that's where a super cool technique called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG, comes into play. It's a bit of a mouthful, but the idea is simple. Before talking to the LLM, the system first retrieves relevant facts from a knowledge base, and then augments the prompt with that info. It basically gives the AI cheat sheets, making it way more accurate and up to date. Okay, awesome. Our system design works. But, building a little prototype for yourself is one thing. Building a system that can handle millions of users all at once, well, that's a whole different ballgame. Let's talk about the real-world hurdles of scaling up. Yeah, when you go big, you get big problems. Latency is a huge one. Nobody wants to wait 3 seconds for a reply. Cost is another monster. Every single one of those calls to the powerful LLM costs real money. And then you have the weird AI-specific issues, like hallucination, where the model just confidently invents facts, and context limits, which is basically the maximum amount of history the AI can even remember at one time. So how do engineers actually solve all this? Well, to fight that annoying lag, they stream the response back to you word by word so it feels instant. To keep costs down, they use caching to store and reuse answers to common questions. And to handle millions of users, they use tried-and-true tools like load balancing to spread the work across many servers, and rate limiting to stop the system from getting totally overwhelmed.
So, we've gone through the blueprint, the journey of a message, the absolute necessity of memory, and the tough challenges of scaling. After all that, what's the one big idea you should walk away with?
It honestly boils down to this super simple loop. The user talks, the system grabs the history it needs, the AI uses that history to think, and then it responds. This cycle right here is the engine that drives pretty much all of modern conversational AI. So the next time you ask an AI a question, you'll know exactly what's happening behind the curtain. It's not just some unknowable magic, it's a really clever system that combines a powerful AI with smart engineering to handle memory and work at a massive scale. And now you get the blueprint.